What is up, everyone? Welcome to Investing Club. In this video, we're going to be talking about Hyliion stock and if I see an opportunity to make money off of this stock. As always, this is not financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research, and this is not a recommendation to buy or sell any stock. So let's talk about what Hyliion is. They are the next electric trucking company. We just saw this with NKLA. That is another stock that has been hyped up, as companies of the future, these electric trucking companies. So we're on their website right now. Hyliion's mission is to eliminate carbon intensity and reduce greenhouse gas emission through commercial transportation vehicles. So what this company specifically does is they produce these powertrains that can be used more efficiently than normal trucks. So here's the reason for all this big hype. We recently saw an announcement. Hyliion and Tortoise Acquisition Corp announce a merger. And so Tortoise Acquisition is one of those blank check companies that their sole purpose is to find another company to merge with. And that's the same thing we saw with NKLA stock and the company they merged with that was already public, and then they became the new stock NKLA. The stock as of right now is SHLL, and once they finish the merger, it'll be trading under the new ticker HYLN, which is right there. And so there's a ton of hype. If you just take a look on YouTube, you'll see all the videos that have been coming out talking about Hyliion stock and their merger with SHLL. And so when there's a lot of hype like this, the price of the stock usually goes up a ton. So here's the official announcement. Hyliion, a leader in electrified powertrain solutions, announced today it intends to merge with Tortoise Acquisition, a publicly traded special purpose acquisition company. And so obviously the hype is doing something. The stock is up almost 50% today. If we take a look at since the merger was announced, it is up 150%. So this is a stock that's moving based on hype. And from what I've seen, this company doesn't have a real product yet. It's more of just a concept, just like NKLA. They aren't currently actually producing and selling these trucks and powertrains. So if you're someone that watches this channel, this is something I'm not going to invest in. It's a speculation. We have no clue what this company is going to end up doing and how successful they'll end up being. So to make money on the stock, I would not buy the stock because with all the hype, it's probably going to go down eventually. Buying in at these prices is probably not the best move. But what I do see a potential for is the same thing that we saw with NKLA stock. And what I'm talking about is the difference between the price of the stock and the price of the warrant. So I came out with a video a couple weeks ago. It was titled Guaranteed Profit from NKLA Stock, something like that. I'll put a card up to it right now. What I showed in that video was that the price of the warrants and the price of the stock, there was a huge disconnect between the two. So that gave you the opportunity to use arbitrage to profit between the difference of those two assets. And if you don't know what a warrant is, a quick recap: a warrant acts like an option. It gives you the right to buy the shares at a certain strike price by a certain date. And so in that video, I said if you wanted to take advantage of it, you could go long the warrants and then short NKLA stock. And if you did that on the day I made that video, you would be up right now. If we take a quick look at what they're currently trading at, the NKLA warrants are at almost $36 and NKLA stock is at $69. And when I made that video, it was on June 9th. NKLA stock was at $79 and the warrants were at $28. And so exactly what I said is happening. The convergence between the price of the warrants and the price of the stock. We see since I made that video, the stock price of NKLA has gone down, but the warrant price has gone up. And so if you did this, if you bought the warrants and shorted the stock on June 9th, right now you'd be up around 16.8%, which is pretty good for 2 weeks and as low risk as that was. Again, there still is risk with this, because like I said, the warrants are callable and you can't actually exercise the warrants until June 3rd, I believe. So that is something to keep in mind. But what I fully expect is as we go towards that June 3rd date, we continue to see the price of these warrants and the NKLA stock converge. And so why am I talking about Hyliion? I'm saying that I think we have the potential to see the same thing happen where Hyliion stock gets hyped up and pumped up by these Robinhood traders, and the warrants get left behind because the warrants aren't available to be purchased on Robinhood. So right now I'm on the prospectus for the new merger between SHLL and Hyliion. And so if you're ever planning on buying one of these companies that is a new merger or they're issuing new shares, they always issue a prospectus. Definitely always read the prospectus because you're always going to find information in there that you probably didn't know, and it'll probably give you an advantage over other investors because most investors just buy the stock and they don't even know this thing exists. The prospectus gives you a ton of valuable information that you probably wouldn't know otherwise. So always read the prospectus. You can find it with a quick Google search. And so that's what I did. And so I wanted to look up what the warrants of this company looked like. So we see them right here. The SHLL warrants are exercisable. One share of Class A common stock at an exercise price of $11.50. So buying the warrant gives you the right to buy a share of SHLL, or the new ticker HYLN, once the merger is complete at $11.50 a share. So when we take a look at what price the warrants are trading at right now, the price is $9.90. And so we're already starting to see this disconnect between the stock price, where we see the stock price is up 37% today. We're at $23.77. So if you bought the warrants and then exercised and bought the stock, you'd be all in for around $21. And right now the price is $23. So we don't see the huge disconnect yet that we're seeing with NKLA stock and NKLA warrants. But what I'm waiting to see is that happen. I'm waiting to see the stock price continue to surge as more novice robinhood investors pile into companies like these that have absolutely no business model. And meanwhile, the warrants are lagging behind because warrants aren't available to be bought on Robinhood. And so I definitely see the potential for this to be another one of these arbitrage opportunities to have a pretty high probability of making a profit. So as of right now, there's not really much to do. I would wait until the merger actually goes through and the ticker is changed, because like we saw with NKLA, when the old stock was trading, we did see it go up, but once the merger finished is when the stock really took off. And so that's what I'm waiting for. I think we could see something similar happen with this. We are in a pretty speculative market right now where we see all these spec stocks like Hertz, like NKLA, all just go up hundreds of percent. And logically doesn't make any sense. But this is something you can take advantage of if you know the options that are available to you. So that's something to keep in mind. This is one I will be watching. There might be a difference between the warrants of the SHLL stock and the warrants of NKLA. I don't know if these warrants are callable or when the lockup date expires. So that's something to keep in mind, that they'll probably come out with information about that soon if they haven't already. So those are all things to keep in mind if you are interested in this. But yeah, this is just one I'm going to keep an eye on. I can't find a lot of stocks to buy right now, so you got to look for creative opportunities like this, I guess, while you're just waiting for prices to come down on at least some stocks for you to be able to buy them. That's what I'm doing. And so while I wait, it's pretty fun to look for opportunities like these. We'll see if it plays out, and if it does, I'll make an update on it. So that's pretty much it for this video. That's all I really wanted to say. If you learned something from this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this where I talk about opportunities that no one else talks about on YouTube, and I'll see you on the next video.